I love this shirt. I feel like I'm just like stroking my beard while I talk. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Summer Bach. Welcome to Guts and Glory. So I want to answer a question that we have today from Robbie. Robbie says, how to get over the who am I to teach or I don't know enough mindset. I know I have a ton of knowledge and experience, but the little voices tell me to let the big dogs do it. Oh my gosh, Robbie, thank you for this question. This is fantastic. So I'm remembering back to a time where I heard this on a regular basis in my own head. The little voices telling you that, other people are better at teaching this, that, maybe somebody else should be in charge of this. It was just one of those things where I heard this every single turn. I would wake up in the morning, I'd hear it. I'd go to bed, I'd hear it. I'd sit down at the computer, I would hear it. And a lot of times it really was debilitating and would put me in a state of paralysis in terms of fear. So I just want you to know, I really get it. And I still hear these voices today. They're there. It comes up. It sounds different. It's not as loud, and I don't believe them as much anymore, I guess is the biggest difference. And some of them have stopped talking altogether. So it is different. And here's my advice for you. I want you to focus on what you love about what you're teaching. What are you enjoying? Because when you make it fun for yourself and you're doing this for you, I know that sounds odd and it sounds sort of counterintuitive and slightly selfish, but when you do it for you where you're having fun, you're on your game. That's when you're teaching from your highest intention and your highest potential and really the highest, strongest, most powerful version of yourself when you're having fun. So I want you to focus on teaching from that place. Think about how would you set up a class that just put you in your strongest, brightest light. What would that class look like? That's what I want you to start to teach from. And then there's a couple tips I also have, which is you want to do breathing exercises. They're very important. Especially you can use heart math. It's that little doohickey that you clip to your ear and practice breathing and getting, your mind in a state of high coherence, they call it. And then there's that TED Talk, that really good TED Talk that's all about doing the power poses, where you do this little pose for a while, and then you hands on the hips for 2 minutes this way, 2 minutes this way, and you just spend a little bit of time doing some of those activities before you do each of your classes. And that will make a big difference because it will retrain your nervous system to be relaxed. And all you need is experience. I shook my way through many of my first classes. I was a terrible teacher at first. And now I just love it. I love conveying information, and I also love watching people get it and have those aha moments. That's the most powerful experience for me. I also love being a student as well. So it's really fun being a student when there's awesome teachers around. So that's what I know. That's my sweet spot. So in terms of doing this, you just have to do it. Experience. I mean, these voices can be yelling at you. So what you need to do is you need to book the talks. You need to book the classes. You need to get them on the calendar, and you need to get them on the calendar in a way where you can't back out. And, if you're really nervous and you need to do this in front of friends or family first, book a regular weekly series at your house until you've practiced enough times. Because practice. I mean, you just got to get the nervousness out of your system. And you have to learn how to talk. You have to learn how to teach in a way that's effective and lights people up as they're listening to you. And the way you do that is by being in front of other people and teaching. So for those of you who are, practicing online and trying to figure out how to do that transition or starting online, one of the biggest secrets in terms of being good at that is still practicing teaching in front of real people, because you need to see the reactions. You need to feel that connection. You need to know that what you're saying makes sense and is landing for people. And the only way you can know that is by being in a group of people and watching their eyes light up and watching whether they start texting on their phone if they're getting bored or if they're totally engaged the whole time. That's how you know. All right, everyone. Go text on your phone. Go update yourself on your Facebook. Go look at your emails now. All right, but for you, Robbie, I hope that you take this information seriously. I hope this makes sense. And all I'm really asking you to do is just teach as much as you possibly can. And yeah, you might be a small dog for a while. There might still be big dogs, and you might be a small dog. You don't need to leave it to the big dogs. It's just that over time, you'll become a big dog once you've practiced enough times. That's just how it works. I want you to be able to master this stuff, and mastering something just takes consistent time, consistent effort, consistent doing. And you're doing that. I know you are. All right. I hope that helps everyone who's watching this. And, the Showcase Club is actually a really good resource for you if this is something that interests you at the showcaseclub.com. You can do /trial. And we have a trial for those of you who haven't tried it. But that is a great place where we talk about more questions like this and give resources and support for people who want to be better at what they do as an online wellness practitioner or virtual healer. All right, everybody, this is Summer Bach signing out.